the original experience of emotion is neither positive nor negative, right? There's no label at that stage. We can't call it positive, we can't call it negative. But at that stage of experiencing the emotion, there's no label, right? There is no label, it's just feeling, it's just experience. It's just, physical, mental experience. But what we are trying to sort of like control, so to speak, I know the word control is confusing, and we don't like that so much sometimes, unless we are the ones who are controlling. Then we don't have a problem with that. And so when we talk about the control here, is basically talking about gaining some sense of knowledge, or some sense of wisdom, or some sense of developing some sense of relationship, with this, the negative or the labeling side, we're not talking about the positive side or the basic energy, from the perspective of the basic energy, but we're talking from the point of view of when it's gone out of that range, right, out of that basic space, basic reality, and when it has already entered, into the realm of conceptuality and negative labeling, like the stamps, We've already put stamps like this high. And so at that point, we're talking about how we can actually, how we can actually reduce the negative impact. So it's almost like a damage control, right? We have already done some labeling already there. There's already some negativities there. And so at this point now, how we can actually control that, or how we can get to know that more, how we can actually have wisdom or compassion so that we can direct it in a way that it can become transformative experience. And so therefore, these labels are not really necessary, but at the same time, we're constantly doing that in our everyday life, with or without being conscious about it. So we're already labeling it, whether we want it or not, whether there's a label or not, we're doing it. And so since we are doing it, we have to be aware of these labels, and we have to be skillful about these labels and see how we can actually work with that, that experience of labeled emotions.